Most of the games offer a great deal of content such as beautiful areas, hidden items, engaging side missions, different enemies, and so on. So, sometimes we miss out on all these awesome things when they fast travel in games. That's why I have made a list of the 12 greatest games where you shouldn't fast travel for an all-out gaming blast. I have also added some bonus games at the end. So, let's look at the first game on our list, Cyberpunk. We are starting out this list with one of the fan-favorite sci-fi games of all time. It's almost a crime to fast travel within this visually amazing city. There's a lot to do in Cyberpunk, and the main feature of this game has always been its open world and the amount of content packed into it. The developers did an amazing job making the city filled with lights and NPCs. So, it becomes such an awesome experience to free roam in the futuristic atmosphere. Despite providing a visually satisfying city, Cyberpunk offers one of the top-notch storylines and customization options. While using fast travel, you can easily miss a lifeline of stories and minute details in the jam-packed open world. By moving through the city on foot or in a car, you can fully appreciate the atmosphere, architecture, and the dynamic nature of Night City. Exploring Night City without fast travel lets you find random events and side quests that bring the story to life, as well as explain more about different dwellers of this city. These unplanned incidents often make up new lines of stories and interactions between characters which could be missed otherwise. Besides, it is essential to see these things on your own so that you can experience how large the setting is and how lively it is. The bustling streets, neon lights, and varied districts come alive, creating a more immersive and authentic futuristic environment. Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man is a series where fast travel isn't highly necessary. The open world isn't insanely big, but just the right size, so you can easily move around between different locations by web swinging. The 2018 Marvel Spider-Man also deserves an honorable mention. Now, Spider-Man 2 is an amazing game because it features the best three main characters. The open world is just highly developed and looks beautiful, so I don't see any reason to fast travel. It's not one of those RPG games where you will only see forests and monsters. Spider-Man 2 shows so much content as you will be seeing a lot of different stuff happening throughout the city. The side missions are also quite a charm as you will be taking down thugs and criminals. Also, it's awesome to see what new upgrades and items do in the game. So, you can test out a lot of stuff during web swinging or in the side missions. The open world just feels to be in constant motion as you will be hearing a lot of dialogue and soundtracks all the time. I also want to recommend the 2018 version if it's your first time playing the modern Spider-Man games. Spider-Man 2 is something you will come to appreciate even more after playing the 2018 version. Red Dead Redemption 2. With its stunning open world, Red Dead Redemption 2 captures the spirit of the Wild West where every corner tells a story. Considering not to fast travel will immerse you in the game's atmospheric environments, ranging from bustling towns to desolate wilderness. The slow pace of travel helps create an atmosphere for players to appreciate detailed world building, encounter random events, and bond with their horse. The journey becomes a narrative experience, filled with unexpected moments and discoveries. By doing this, the overall game's world becomes highly authentic and seems to come alive. Nevertheless, I know that none of you will choose to fast travel in this game as we all know the greatness of Red Dead's open world. Every now and then, we can stumble upon a random NPC and find ourselves in a brand new side mission.
You say, so get the hell away from me.
Are you out of your mind?
Red Dead 2 offers an extreme amount of content that can be easily missed if you decide to fast travel. This is yet another Rockstar gem that will give you months of content if you explore every corner and find the secrets of the open world.
You be well, partner.
Come on, let's dance!
Dragon's Dogma 2. Those of you guys who are playing this game for the first time, please don't fast travel. I'm one of those players who have spent tons of hours in the original, so I can easily confirm that there's a great deal of content in the Dragon's Dogma world. For me, the second part seemed highly copied and repetitive from the first Dragon's Dogma, but no matter which part you decide to play first, fast travel is out of the question.
I shall have to inform my own. Truly?
The game is designed in a way for you to find certain enemies and items in specific locations. There will be a time when you want a specific weapon, and you can only find it by exploring every corner. The open world is filled with locations such as forests, the capital, caves, ruined structures, underground, and so on. So, it's necessary to see all these areas as you will be finding several types of new enemies and hidden items. The best weapons for every class are hidden throughout the world. So, unless you want to resort to the internet for finding the good stuff, I recommend exploring the open world rather than fast traveling. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Some sequels struggle to capture the magic of their predecessors, but Tears of the Kingdom is a rare exception. This sequel not only matches but surpasses the original in almost every way, delivering an improved experience in every measurable sense. Exploration in this game is a delight, offering both fun and rewarding experiences. There's always something new to discover, with thrilling methods to traverse the expansive world. While everyone might have their own preferred way to navigate the game's landscapes, special mention goes to the sheer joy of shield surfing. It's an exhilarating way to travel, adding an extra layer of excitement to your adventures. From its engaging gameplay to its enriched world, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom sets a new standard for sequels, proving that sometimes the follow-up can indeed be even better than the original. Far Cry 2. The only reason I wanted to talk about the OG Far Cry 2 is because it's been quite a while since I have seen this game in other top 10 videos. I have already mentioned the third and fourth installments, so this time I wanted to give a tribute to the second Far Cry. The series is known for its over-the-top action and storyline. You will miss out on several opportunities if you decide to fast travel. I admit that sometimes it becomes boring after you're done doing all the side stuff, but I believe that it's still not a good choice as the overall traveling feels super immersive. Now, the second part is probably not that much improved in terms of several features such as graphics, visuals, textures, and mechanics, but it entirely depends on you whether you want to dive into an older style Far Cry experience or prefer the new ones. For me, I just wanted to mention the second part, hoping that more and more players see the greatness of this game. But you guys can definitely go with the new ones as they are much more enhanced and will compel you not to fast travel. Elden Ring. Now, I know that some of you will choose to fast travel as the game is highly difficult, so it's better to just fast travel rather than encounter enemies. However, trust me, Elden Ring is the most beautiful From Software game. It's a genre-defining game, and we will probably be getting similar games in the future rather than the good old Dark Souls. Although, I do recommend the fast travel option for new players who are just stepping into the Souls games. So, if you just want to complete the game and don't want a hardcore experience, then you can absolutely choose the fast travel option. Experienced players already know the downsides of fast travel in Elden Ring, as it's the first time we got an open world Souls game. So using fast travel is out of the question. There's so much to see in the game, such as different types of enemies, new areas, finding weapons and armor, and so on.
In more perilous situations, we can summon spirits to assist us in battle.
Nevertheless, I know that most of you will depend on the internet to find certain items and weapons. So, if you decide not to use fast travel, you can easily find those high stat weapons while spending a great deal of time exploring. I am one of those players who have spent countless hours in the game, even after finishing the main storyline. Yakuza series. I'm not even sure who actually wants to fast travel in this game. Yakuza series is one of those games where fast travel is pointless as the open world is small, but heavily packed with side quests and extra activities. Besides the main story, Yakuza series is known for its vast amount of content. So, choosing the fast travel option easily eliminates all those random encounters and fun things. I can't even count how many times I stumbled upon random side missions and enemy encounters. The game is designed in a way that you will find street thugs and other Yakuza guys almost every few minutes. Even in the main missions, the game never stops giving you side activities. This could be a turnoff for some players, but in my opinion, this is the best feature of the Yakuza games. You must spend time indulging in various activities and even in fighting tournaments. Otherwise, your overall experience will not be that rewarding. Also, I do recommend not to fast travel in every game from the series, as after you have completed a few games, the concept and mechanics feel the same. So, you can use fast travel a few times if you have played 2 or 3 Yakuza games. Horizon Forbidden West.
Gotta keep moving.
Bring us around! Taking course! Fire now!
The sequel is my prime choice as it's extremely improved and has so many great features. Now, one of the key points that I want to highlight is that when Zero Dawn came out, it quickly became a fan favorite because of its stunning open world and a decent storyline. So, players were hoping that the sequel would be the same, but I just loved how Forbidden West shocked the fans. Even though some mechanics almost feel the same, there's just something about the game that made me feel that it's not just a sequel, but a brand new title. Of course, there are pros and cons to each game. However, it all depends on you as a player what you like in the game, but we can all agree that Horizon is a great series and has a lot of potential.
More machines on their way. Get to safety. I'll handle the rest.
Even though the sequel has a few similar gameplay mechanics, the developers sort of expanded them. As for the story, Forbidden West does provide a quick recap. However, I highly recommend that you should start your journey with the original.
I do.
Witcher 3. Witcher 3 has a detailed and varied world that is full of different landscapes, lively towns, and secret things. In this way, one can experience the world as Geralt will encounter so many random things such as monster attacks or meeting other characters naturally. This makes the story more involving and gives the impression that it's alive. Aspects such as changing weather conditions and a connected open world give players an opportunity to appreciate the creator's artistry. You guys can just explore the open world and find an extreme number of secrets and side missions. It just gives a whole new experience of seeing the open world while riding on a horse. We all know that the whole point of Witcher is to go to several locations and solve mysteries. So, the whole reason for the game is to travel and explore. Now, if you choose to fast travel, it just won't feel the same. The open world is extremely rich and filled with NPCs who will give you several side quests. Also, unlike other games, the side quests feel more realistic and different. You won't get bored as every side mission is new and will task you to solve mysteries or kill monsters while going from one location to another. Also, there is a DLC which will serve as a new area resulting in more beautiful exploration. That's why I recommend you guys not to fast travel in Witcher 3. Ghost of Tsushima.
Big trouble, quick.
The open world of Ghost of Tsushima is stunningly beautiful, with inspiration coming from feudal Japan. Dynamically changing weather, beautiful landscapes, and pleasant sounds can be appreciated by those players who decide to avoid fast travel. By riding horses or walking on foot, one can get into the game world and thus explore it more deeply as well as interact with other characters in the game. The slow movement speed helps you understand the story development and emotions of the characters in a way that makes the world seem alive and real. Each trip turns into an occasion for learning something new about the NPCs and Tsushima Island. I am telling you guys, this is one of those games that has everything you can ever want from an open-world single-player RPG. I remember the number of secrets and side quests I found while exploring the island. There is so much side content that will force you to explore every corner. You will also need to find shrines for items and additional charm slots. There are bandits throughout the island, so you will surely encounter them whenever you decide to explore the open world. Also, the map is filled with outposts. Killing all the enemies in these outposts was one of my favorite features. You can use everything in your arsenal to find different methods of killing. Additionally, there's a DLC that provides a whole new island. Finally, fast travel is not a good choice in Ghost of Tsushima. Before I reveal my number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Death Stranding, AC Black Flag, Days Gone, No Man's Sky, Hollow Knight, Skyrim.
To go inside the hotel.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
The world of Skyrim is huge, consisting of various landscapes, caves, and multiple quests. It requires players to be fully immersed in the environment and see the world through their character's eyes because there is no fast travel available. Such a method leads to much more space for investigating new areas, uncovering hidden caves, unmarked quests with dynamic events, and so on. In fact, walking or riding a horse through this vast land makes it feel even bigger and more alive. Thus, each trip can become an individual adventure. The biggest advantage of Skyrim is its sense of scale and wonder when exploring the secrets of the world that would make any travel unforgettable. In 2024, it's almost impossible to explain how great Skyrim is. Some of you guys probably argue that it's not that amazing, but honestly, only the OG ones will appreciate the beauty of Skyrim. The moment Bethesda releases The Elder Scrolls 6, I'm sure that game will become the best RPG and will be played for the next decade. I'm not recommending this game to anyone unless you have completed all the major RPG games from this list, as Skyrim is quite old, and you will need to use mods to get a more high-quality graphical experience. So, definitely dive into Skyrim if you have played all the major games. Alright, this finishes the list of 12 greatest games that can be played without fast travel. You will have one of the best experiences if you decide not to fast travel in any of these games. The number of secrets that you will uncover and hidden items you're gonna find is amazing. So, by using fast travel, you'll be missing out on a lot of in-game content and probably will not even see some of the beautiful locations that the game offers. Now, if you have made it this far, then please subscribe as I'm close to reaching 13,000 subscribers.